Hi everyone. Woo, I made it out of the ringer, everybody. I have made it, and as you can see, I have a new set of chompers, and I'm really, really excited to be joining each of you live in my group on Facebook called Intuitive Angel Messages. So I'm still recovering. It takes a bit of time, you know. These kinds of things, they're major upheaval, big time, but greatly needed for a long, long time. So I'm really, really, really happy that I had this completed. Also, I'm going to be coming and joining each of you live in February, in the very beginning of February, so that I can describe my experience. So anybody that's interested in dental implants, bridges, bone grafts, nasal lifts, zygomatic implants, anything to do with getting your mouth reconstructed, okay, in a big way. Whether that's you have just your upper that needs to be done, or just your lower, or just a huge section of your mouth, it's really important to get as much information as possible before moving forward and having something like this completed. Okay, hi, woohoo, we made it. So this is in the forefront of my mind. That's why I'm talking about it. And as you can see, I look a little bit different, and I'm still recovering from the procedure. So there is a lot of information out there, and it can be quite confusing. So the reason why I'm going to answer each of your questions in regards to anything pertaining to this is to make it easier for you to understand what it all entails. Okay, so I'm one of the lucky kids. When they sent me home in a temporary set of zirconia teeth, which I'm like really happy about, because usually you'll find with anyone they're sending you home with acrylic. So anybody that lives further away like I do, they'll put you in zirconia, which I was super pumped about. I was like, really? Oh my God. And they're like, we've just started to try this out to make sure it works. And it seems to be going quite well. And I'm like, pick me, pick me. So, and then of course, my permanent set of teeth is coming late spring, and will be zirconia as well. And you also want to make sure that you're getting your mouth refit with a second set, about 6 months down the road, because a lot changes. When you have your teeth removed, what happens to the bone? What happens to your face, right? It all shrinks away. So you definitely need to get a second set made about 6 months down the road to fit your new or newly formed face. And that's really, really important. So I'm going to be talking about everything in February. I'm going to be talking about the cost, the experience. I'm going to be answering everyone's questions. And I'm really excited about that. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about 2023. And to be honest, I've done a lot of like energy forecasts or energy updates over the years. And 2023 is probably one of the most intriguing years for me to channel from Jesus, the energy of Jesus. So I connect in with this energy, and I really enjoy working with this energy. I don't come from a religious or a biblical background, but I am wise enough to know how important it is to connect with this energy. And he is amazing, and I thoroughly enjoy conversing with him. So we're going to be talking with him, and he's going to be relaying a message for each of us, and also delving into 2023. And then after Jesus has the floor, I like to give you guys the floor. And if you have any questions about 2023 and what is to come, etc., feel free to ask your questions, okay? So that's a big deal. All right. So let's see here. One last thing is I have a class coming up next Saturday, January 7th, and it's everything to do in regards to your skin, okay? It's called Love the Skin You're In, okay? How to love the skin you're in. And usually you would see a title like this and you would say, like, does that mean loving myself? But what this is going to be is a $12 class on your skin, okay? Whether you have psoriasis, eczema, acne, whatever it is, okay? Or just irritation and you can't figure out what the heck it is. I think we've all been in that boat. And I've really noticed over the years, there's a lot of people that have really had skin issues and sensitivities and allergies. So this is something that I'm really looking forward to. So that's coming up on January 7th. Again, there's only 2 days left to sign up for the Mediumship 102 course at 20% off, and that's coming January 15th. So by the end of December 31st, that's when the last special day will be. And so that's from $199 down to $159. All right, let's get ready to rumble, shall we? I'm super ready for this. All right, so let's just relax. Each of us who is watching this broadcast, you can relax and just feel Jesus' energy and just relax into it. And let me know in the comments what you're feeling, okay? Because I'd like to hear what you guys are feeling as well. And I'm going to describe what I'm feeling too. All right? Any one of us can connect in with Jesus' energy anytime we want. Anytime. He's not busy. You can't take him away from something. That's what omnipresent means. It means he can be anywhere and everywhere with us. And he's flowing through us anytime we want to connect with him. Where does he come? He comes on in through your chakra centers and around you and through you and converses with you. Yay! All right. So let's connect in and let's see what we feel. Tell me if you're feeling any warmth. Tell me if you're feeling a surge of love. Tell me if you are connecting with him in a way that is unique to you. Maybe it's some cool air that just seems to be coming out of nowhere. I've had that happen many times. I'm like, oh, someone's here. Or other times you'll feel a presence watching you in the room, or you'll get a ringing in the ear or energy shooting down your ear canal and making it itchy. So let me know what you're feeling in the comments. I can hear him say, I am here. I am everywhere. And why would that be? Because this is energy. Energy is everywhere, just like our energy. Guess what? It's connected and it's everywhere. It's beautiful. Okay, so let me know in the comments what you're feeling with Jesus' energy. And I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling too. I just feel a lot of pressure on my upper back, on the back side of my heart chakra. So he's moved into position behind me and he's connecting in through the back side and right into my heart chakra. And I also feel my solar chakra opening as well. I feel encompassed. I feel supported. And I feel greatly loved. Like the type of love that is completely unconditional, okay? You're not going to cross over and be like, oh, I'm getting condemned. I've never seen that. in the 6 years that I've been channeling for people regularly, I've never once seen that. Okay. Now, we are the creators of our realities. So it's really important as to what you place your attention, your focus on, right? I'm moving into light and love. I'm going back home to heaven. I'm going to have a great rest when I get there. And then when I'm ready, I might come back and help more on the other side once I'm recharged. All right. Oh, you're not sleeping anymore, Henson. Plus, you'll be able to ask questions and get some guidance too. So it's well worth it, isn't it? All right. So, you feel relaxed, your crown chakra is open, you feel loved and warmth, and you're feeling the warmth on your left shoulder blade, and you feel safe with this energy. And oh, you're seeing the color blue again. Blue is just I just love seeing blue. I love the color blue. Hi, Rosanna. Okay, and you're feeling it in the heart chakra too, Christine. That's awesome. The back of your solar chakra. So he's getting you on the backside through the solar chakra. That's cool. And you're feeling love and excitement. And yeah. All right. So let's just relax and hone in here. I asked him to, because you get to set the tone too, by the way. So you get to let them know, hey, this is how I would like you to communicate with me, especially, after I've been recovering from such a huge surgery. It's really important to let spirit know how you want them to communicate with you too. So I have said, could you do it clairaudiently and really turn it up and make it really clear for me? Because I just need that extra oomph right now. Okay, so you get to do that anytime you want. All right, let's go. Beloved ones, thank you for receiving me. This is the one you know as Jesus, and I'm also saying Jesus Christ. Please know that you are loved and supported unconditionally here from the other side, not only from myself, but from many others here as well. May our peace be transferred to each of you through the days ahead. Remember, within the stillness, and I'm getting this, within the stillness is the easier and best way to connect with our frequency. So please, when you need to connect with us, stop, go within, create a silent, quiet mind. Sit within our presence, our energy, and we will help redirect you into a better feeling place. And you can do this as often as you wish, as many times as you need, okay? Know this. Know this. Thank you, dear ones. So funny. I can see him moving a piece of paper like he's ready to move on to the next thing that he'd like to talk about. And I can hear the paper move. Like, it's cool. All right. Okay, so he's acting like, okay, so yes, we are going to be talking about this upcoming year of 2023. Okay. He's making me feel like I'm on a roller coaster. Like a woo, woo, woo. Oh, geez. Okay, go ahead. For some of you, if you choose to hyperfixate on the woe is me and the lows in life, you will become more and more a vibrational match for those types of lower vibrational thoughts, feelings, and emotions and experiences within your realities. And he's talking about some people aren't aware, they just don't know. That's why it's really important that this dear one speaks on our behalf in order to inform the populace that it is up to you as to, he says, in truth, truly, it is up to you as to how your experience here on earth and the days ahead are experienced, okay? How they will manifest for you. You are the manifester. Okay. Now, with that being said, it is important to, it's really important that we spend time with our loved ones, with those in our lives that we enjoy being around and love and feel supported and taken care of. To spend time around those who make us feel good and lift our spirits. Anything outside of that, it's almost like you can shelf it or put it on the back burner for now, because it's really, really important that you go within and create the reality, the experience, the existence that you want. And that also starts with who you spend time around. And then he's talking about many of us spending time on our own. And for many of us, we enjoy our own energy. We enjoy our own time by ourselves. And that is also okay. However, it is what they feel is healthy to interact with others, even if in smaller amounts, if that's what is preferable to you. If you prefer to be alone, at least try to interact with the outside world in smaller doses, okay? All right. Okay, so he's talking about more upheaval coming. And he's talking about individuals feeling blue or down or sad. Remember what he said in the beginning, that within the stillness, you can connect with our energy, our presence. And sometimes we need a helping hand. We need assistance. We need help. So it's really important. Sit in your car. Sit in the toilet. Jam a chair up under your door in your bedroom so you can just sit and relax and just sit in the stillness. And you can even, and I've done this too, I need help right now. And I need you to please step forward and connect with me to help move me into a better place of feeling or move me into alignment, okay? Even if, and he's saying, even if it's for 1 minute, 5 minutes, however long you have, okay? Or however long you wish. All right, okay. So I'm getting the word turbulence. There's going to be some turbulence. But he wants to remind us that out of great change, and although we might see it as change that isn't what we would deem as being positive or good, you know the saying, any change, like change is good, okay? So no matter what happens, there's good that comes out of this, whether we deem it as being good or not good, okay? you know when a duck fluffs its feathers? That's what the world is doing right now. There's a significant amount of fluffing. But what happens to the duck after it fluffs its feathers? Settles down, relaxes. The feathers come back, smooth out. It might dip its head under the water and just relax. So remember, the point of this is he's saying, please remember that after the fluffing comes better days, okay? Things smooth out, change has been made, okay? All right. Yes. Yes. Okay, so he's just reminding me of, like, I'm seeing all this stuff and I'm looking at my guardian angel, and I remember it was probably about 2 years ago, and I remember seeing like big changes happening, like borders closing and all sorts of like just, and the only thing she said to me was, well, welcome to the new earth. And I was like, what? Like, what? So okay, go ahead. We're in the early days or the early stages of big shifts and transitions coming on Earth. And in the days, years, and so on ahead, there will be ebbs and flows. Okay, so it's not like we're going to make it out of this and then we're going to be like, okay, there will be other moments where the duck is going to fluff its feathers, aka the world. Okay, and that is actually for there is great significant benefits of that. It's not like it's just happening and woe is me and this sucks. There's actually a lot of beneficial things changing on Earth because of it. He says, you guys have heard me joke around, like, if everything was easy and it was like cupcakes and rainbows and roses all the time, would there be as much change? No. And he's also reminding us that our souls chose to come to Earth in order to learn and grow in this way under great pressure. And just like he said this before, a piece of coal under great pressure ends up being a multifaceted diamond that can reflect and transmute and a lot of light. Okay. He's just having me look at this, and that's a clear quartz. And there's a lot of light that gets reflected from this. It just, and the angels will often tell me that a piece of clear quartz is wonderful because they can send their energy through the clear quartz, and the clear quartz will amplify that energy in the room. Okay. So the difficult days will be unfolding, and then they'll be getting easier and things will smooth out. The other thing he wants to talk about is, and my guardian angel's been using this a lot lately, where there's a will, there's a way. So no matter what happens, no matter if it's really difficult, maybe you can't see a way through, you can't see the path ahead, you can't see how you're going to get yourself out of something, okay? Just know that there is always a way. He's saying it really strongly. There is always a way. And even if you can't see the way, even if you can't see the path, and he wants to bring up my teeth again, in that, to me, for years, I could not see a way, not only financially at the time, but secondly, I couldn't see a way because I couldn't see an operation that would be beneficial for my situation. And I was researching two different options at the time. But then Spirit guided me to a third option. And that is the option that I chose. And that is why I'm going to be coming live in the beginning of February and talking about it to educate you that there are more options out there than you might know about, instead of just bone grafts and sinus lifts, okay? And it's really important to go to the right person and be taken care of properly, because there's no take backsies after this. Oh, I've decided, okay, I guess this didn't work. No, you have to get it right the first time. It's the rest of your life. So, where there's a will, there's a way. And for 7 years, I thought, I don't know how this is going to happen. There was a lot of depression. There was a lot of going to dentists who felt sorry for me. Oh, you poor thing. Or they'd never seen my situation before. Oh, okay. I didn't need to be felt sorry for. I needed a path and action steps that I could take, or someone or something to help. So it's happened. It's 7 years down the road, and I'm no longer in a lot of pain. It's wonderful. So even when in the bleakest of days, when you don't have the answers and you cannot see a way forward, sit in stillness, connect in with our energy, and allow us to help you move in a certain direction, or think of a certain thought, or have a certain insight. And it may not come in that moment. Just connecting with our energy is best at that time, as we help move you into a better feeling place, move you back into alignment slowly but surely. He's chuckling and he's talking about it depends on how out of alignment you are individually, okay? So you might be like, rage against the machine, and now I'm going to sit with Jesus in stillness. Yeah, right? I'm a big believer, and I've seen the benefits of just sitting in your car and complaining to your guardian angels, and complain to whomever you wish, whomever, okay? And you know what they're going to do? They're going to siphon that from you and transmute it into light, to lighten your load. So complain and yell if you need to, so that they can transmute that frequency and make room for more light. And then we start to feel better, and we start to feel optimistic, and the glass is half full, and I'm starting to move into better. And that might gradually happen over weeks and months. And next thing you know, you're seeing some things transpire in your life that you never thought would ever happen. Okay. It wasn't just the money aspect of this for me. It was what procedure is going to work for me. And I wasn't a big fan of being put into acrylic for the rest of my life, although I'm sure many people are fine with that, or that's just what they have. For me, having periodontal disease for pretty much ever since the age of 18, when I had my braces taken off, that can actually happen. P.S. everybody. So when you have your teeth shifted with braces, that is a potential, although very rare, because dentists don't see people like me. So having zirconia that doesn't absorb bacteria or stains or create as much inflammation is a big deal for my mouth. That's why, okay? All right. Okay. So globally as a whole here on Earth, we're going to have some rough patches coming through 2023. He's calling it rough patches. And it's also depending on other world leaders' free will and their decisions that they're going to be making moving forward. He's talking about himself and many others here on the other side, working with these world leaders in order to bring about more of a peaceful path, peaceful direction. Or if there is upheaval and certain decisions and choices are made, that they aren't as intense, or they aren't as dire. He wants everybody to trust in spirit, to step forward and make necessary changes for the betterment of the whole of the planet, to move us into alignment, move us into a better feeling place. He's bringing up this thing that Elon Musk said about 6 months, or maybe it was a year ago. It was right when Russia was moving into Ukraine, and Elon was like, man, like, really? I thought we were done with this war thing here on Earth. Like, you know, like it's like an old hat. It's old news, right? And that's how spirit feels as well. That's what he's saying. That's how it's time to move into alignment. He keeps talking about moving into alignment, okay? Where there's less chaos within you individually, and then outside of you collectively. He says you wouldn't believe, you can't imagine how your vibrational frequency, just you individually, impacts and affects the collective consciousness here on Earth and everyone as a whole. Remember this. So where your attention goes, energy flows. That's what you're focusing on. That's what you're feeding with your energy. Okay. So remember to remind yourself to be observant as to where you're placing your attention, your focus. Okay. Because your energy creates a massive impact globally. All right. Okay. He's talking about there's going to be certain things unfolding on Earth, similar or like, for example, the virus, okay? And he's talking about how that has made great changes here on Earth, and some of them we would deem as not being good, and other changes have been significantly good for the overall, for the whole here. Reminding that, like, when we slowed down and everything stopped on Earth for a lengthy period of time, it gave the Earth enough time to breathe, and significantly less pollution, and the animals had a chance to rest and recover as well. So it's not just about us. These changes ahead on Earth aren't just about us. Remember that. It's about the planet. It's about the other animals here. And if there's going to be upheaval within our lives here on Earth, that it isn't just about us. Okay. It's also about taking good care of the planet and the environment, because if we don't have the planet, and if we don't have, you know, for example, if we don't have bees, then we're not going to be here, period. Okay. Just a reminder that spirit is intervening heavily right now on Earth and doing everything it can to make the necessary changes in order to bring about the change needed for a path ahead that is greatly positive and needed. Okay. All right. I know me and Dee are going to be going live next week on January 4th, and we're going to be channeling your guardian angels and talking about how can you tell and the importance of who is on the other side around you. Okay. So who's around you, who's with you, and the importance of knowing who is with you. Okay. Who to talk to, who to call upon. But one of the things that me and Dee have noticed is that we've been having these amazing dreams lately. And I don't know if you guys have noticed the same thing, but it's like this overwhelming, like really real dreams. And for me, it's like amazing positive energy on the planet. What it felt like is I'm walking through the streets and I'm walking through this city where I live, but it's well into the future. So it's like I got time dropped as to what it's going to be like on the planet in the city where I'm living now, but way, way ahead. And I'm walking and it feels so blissful and so high vibrational. And I love the people that I'm walking with. And yeah, like I remember looking around and someone stepping out their front door and they're picking like apricots off a tree right in front of me. And I'm saying, wow, the fruit here is so vibrant and so plentiful here. And he's like, yeah, it sure is. And, you know, I don't recognize any of these people, but I remember seeing cauliflower and tomatoes, and I'm connecting with people in the woods, and we're walking up this path, and I remember elk and deer roaming freely, and everyone was in a significant amount of peace, and the entire planet was just so incredible. And I remember collecting stones and connecting with the trees and picking up pieces of wood, and that is the direction that we're going to be going in. Okay. So a lot of people would say otherwise. And a lot of even scientists will come forward and say otherwise. But that to me is too limiting, because we can create the paradise that we want first and foremost in your own lives, and then globally. And it might take a few rounds. We might come back here and, you know, in a different body and go again and go again and go again. And I remember asking Jesus, how many more incarnations do you think I'm going to have here on earth? And he said, at least 2,000, but we might need you for up to 2,500. And then it dawned on me, okay, so earth is going to be around quite a while. And I'm going to be needed quite a few more rounds here. So there's an answer right there. Okay. Remember to sit in stillness and connect in with our energy, our frequency. Whether that's your grandmother that's passed over on the other side, your mom, your brother, any other significant loved ones. Jesus. Maybe you want connecting with Mother Mary, or maybe it's Kuan Yin. Whoever it is, it doesn't really matter. Okay, as long as it's a vibrational match to you and you feel comfortable with that energy, that's what matters most. Okay, and these energies all work in tandem with one another in order to help us. Okay, so please remember that. All right. He is now ready to take any questions you have pertaining to what's coming up in 2023. So feel free to type that into the comments now. Okay, so here's one question. Does the outside world include people you meet online? Yes. Absolutely. And for many, it's difficult to energetically and or otherwise connect with people outside of themselves face to face. So the next best thing is online. Yes. He's talking about when I was younger, we didn't have phones. And I remember we got our first computer in my house when I was 18. So the only way to connect with people was face to face. That was it. You had your phone, you got a phone number, and then you like the interaction when you would go out was far different than it is now. And now there's also benefits of that too, in regards to now I don't have to pick up the phone and call someone. I get to have a little bit more me time. I don't have to explain to my friends why I don't feel like coming out or whatnot. Because back then, like, if you didn't come out or if you weren't going to come out and socialize, they were like, well, what's wrong? And then you'd have to explain yourself, you know? Whereas now it's easier. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, and that's great. That's great, Dee. Never said it would be easy, only said it would be worth it. If we wanted an easy planet, we can go do that. But clearly your soul, you know, and maybe this planet is considered easy in comparison to other locations, but your soul must have wanted to learn and grow in this way. That's why it chose to come here. Nobody pushed you into the pool. Nobody made you come here. You chose to come here, and that's been made very clear through many different readings that I've given to people from Spirit. Okay, so here we are. We're coming down here. All right. All right, so here's the first question. Is there any job predictions for me? Okay. So here it is. Ready? It's like I'm sitting and I'm waiting for something. I'm just sitting and waiting. And I don't really have anything in particular. I'm almost like in limbo. Okay. Sometimes, this is what I'm getting from your team, sometimes it takes you to take the first step in order for Spirit to let you take the lead as to what you want. So if you're sitting there in limbo and there's not much action steps, or you're not sure where to go, any action step is good. And it kind of gets the ball rolling so that the energy can see, oh, okay, so this is the direction we're going in, and then we'll go from there. But when we sit and we're not really doing anything, they're just sitting with us, waiting for us to take the first step. And that's what this is right now. Also, Spirit would like you to ask these questions. What am I interested in? What do I enjoy doing in life? What type of people do I enjoy being around? Whether it's what you would consider a hobby or a job or a pastime, move in that direction. What are you happy doing? Okay. What type of energy, what type of place, where do you feel content? And now I think they're teasing you and they're laughing. I can hear them laughing, chuckling, and they're saying, other than hanging out in your home. Okay? It can't be that. Although, if it has crossed your mind to work from home, they can make this happen too. So if you want to work from home, they can help make that happen for you. But they would like to see more active, out of your house socialization with the outside world. Okay. Face to face preferably, but they'll take online if that's what they can get. Okay, so Dee's question, okay, sorry. Move in the direction, okay, that brings you into alignment and feels good. And also feel in your body what feels good and what doesn't. And the second thing that they're recommending is on-the-job training. So before you sign up and go for the kit and caboodle with education or training with a job, ask them call and ask around if you can just sit and watch and absorb and take it in. So you're either going to get there and be like, oh, I could so see myself doing this. This is fantastic. And they will say yes. I've done it many times. Mind you, that was pre-COVID. But, obviously everybody's going to wear a mask. But you'll get there and you'll be like, yeah, this is it. Oh, I love this profession. Or you're going to get there and you're going to be like, no way in heck I am doing this job. Okay, so by you taking action steps, Spirit will then see your lead and come in, trigger into action. And also you'll narrow it down by going and just looking at different jobs and sitting and watching. Okay, so D, okay, we're now moving. Your question is, I've been told I'll get what I'm waiting for by the summer of 2023. Any insight on that? Oh, interesting. Okay, so when I look at what it is they're talking about, they go like this. And then they go. I'm like, come on. All right, so let's see here. I get a lot of smiling and a lot of laughter with this too. Happiness. Sometimes when we get really ungrounded, it's hard to decipher what it is that we want or what direction is best for us to take. They like the action steps of you and me working together, teaching others and helping to move forward in teaching mediumship, because it will bring clarity. It will bring action steps. And again, it's the same as what the last question is. Well, where do I go and what do I do? Even if it's something that you enjoy doing that's only meant to be temporary, it helps to clarify things. It helps to get the ball rolling. So that is going to be good. Okay, this is good. Okay. So is this coming by the summer? I get yes, with a head nod, yes. And are you going to let me know what this is? Just that it's going to bring you a lot of joy. Okay, and they're just reminding you that you came to Earth with amnesia, like everybody else, not remembering. And they would like you to experience this in real time, although you know it's coming. Okay, and you know who else I'm getting here? And I don't know if you're getting this as well, D, is I get your dad. And it's like, I don't know if your dad was big on surprises, but this is like something that's going to unfold that he knows about, and he's not going to tell me either. Okay, and let's see where else we're going to go with this. Do you want to say anything? He's really proud of you. Like immensely proud of you, not just for what you've accomplished in this lifetime, job-wise or monetarily wise. He's extremely proud of you for breaking free and walking on your own path, on your own 2 feet. And it's not just you, it's you and your husband breaking free and moving in the direction of what feels best. And this is a part of freeing yourselves. He's saying, don't worry about everybody else. You may have to leave some behind or allow them to go off on their own path. What matters most is that you are both moving in the right direction. That's what matters most. And you know you are. And you know you are deep down within yourselves. I can see his eyes, and they're just so like I just see a lot of emotion coming from his eyes, and they're glistening. So I don't know if this is tearing up or and then he's using the word pride. He says, anyone you come into contact with is changed forever. And he says that, you know, that's a big deal. Like massively, monumentally changed forever. That's the kind of impact you have on people here in the world. And he has huge amounts of pride. Okay, so I'm going to give you what I get from them in regards to this summer. And I'll let your dad give it to me. He's right here, right there. Happiness, joy, fulfillment. I get a feeling of, oh, aha. It's an aha moment. Oh, this path, this way. And then even, why didn't I ever think of that before? Okay, but this is really divine timing, and I do see summertime. I see the sun. I see like those warm afternoons when the sun is setting. Is this July or August? End of July, moving into August. Okay. Fulfillment. And I see other new fulfilling friendships coming. Like-minded souls. Happiness, adventure, growth. But it's leading in a certain direction that you haven't yet thought of. But that's not going to be revealed or relayed today. Anytime you talk with your dad, he hears you. Whether it's in your mind or out loud, and he wants you to know that he enjoys your conversations together. He enjoys conversing with you, and he's really happy that you hear him and that you are connecting in this way. I just love this beat. It makes me feel so good. He's so happy. I almost feel like I'm going to tear up, but I'm trying not to because I feel like he is, and it's washing through me and making me feel like I'm tearing up. All right. He says he's heading off. He's never that far away from you. He wants you to know that. So if you need to connect with him, he comes pretty quick, is what I'm getting here. All right. All right. All right, Renata, what kind of changes are you? So what kind of changes you want? Do you want to ask more of a specific question? Okay. Deborah, 2023, a good year for me to buy property in Florida to be close to my son and grandson. Okay, so let's feel that in our bodies, Deborah. Let's relax our mind. You've taken the courses with me, so now we're going to tune into a yes or no response in the body, feeling clairsentiently or clear feeling. And the answer is it best to buy property in Florida to be close to your son and your grandson? What are you feeling in your chest and your stomach? Is it open and relaxed, or is it tight and pulled back? Like all spirit has to do is pinch off the flow going into your chest and your stomach through those chakra centers, and it creates that tight pullback experience. Okay? Where now we are consciously, proactively channeling when we ask this question and we're feeling a yes or no in the body. Bingo. That's what I get too. No, and it's tight and pulled back. So that answer is a no. Big time no. And why is that? The vibrational frequency in that region is not conducive to your frequency, and you are best suited where you are currently located. It's okay to go down and visit them, or even go down and visit them for lengthy periods of time, but residing or buying property there is a no. They do not, we do not suggest that. No. And they're even talking about the property not being used that much. So even if you did I don't know if you would just want to move away soon, or maybe you just wouldn't stay there for very long. Okay. So I have a financial goal. I am planning and wondering if I will achieve it in 2023, 2024. All right. Does anybody know how we focus in on abundance or our financial goals? Does it come from just action steps and focusing on financial goals, or does it come from something else? One great way to focus in on building one's abundance in one's life is to have abundant thinking or abundant thoughts. And that's easier said than done when your life is in a dumpster fire, right? So sometimes you need to work on that, and you need to work on it every day for at least 40 days is pretty good, as suggested in the Abundance book by John Price. So if you can get your hands on the Abundance book, I believe it is on Kindle for $1, work on that. And that just has you redirect your attention, your focus, because where you place your attention and focus and what are your predominant thoughts is what you will start to send energy and create. Okay, so let's see what Spirit wants to say in regards to this question. You're very they're talking about you being ambitious, and they're talking about being ambitious and really singularly focused, but they are recommending that you are open to abundance coming in all forms, in all areas, because it can. So let's open it up. Let's be open to multiple streams of abundance coming in multiple different ways, and in ways in which you have not yet thought of. And now they would like you to write down on a piece of paper a manifestation list. So this is my manifestation list. And then we're going to say all these things, and we can add to it every month and see what comes in and check it off, okay? But at the end of the list, we're going to say, I'm asking for this or something even better. So now we're going to allow, okay, well, I'm thinking this, but I'm open to something even better, okay? In order for Spirit to help manifest and bring in and co-create and bring this into your reality, something even better, okay? So 2023, 2020, okay. I get this slow feeling through 2023. Ambition and being driven and singularly focused. You're going to get more of a pullback in the body. They'd rather more allowing Spirit to, well, Spirit is going to intervene. It's just going to be slowing you down a bit rather than going and taking action steps. Okay, so 2024. So 2023 is about Spirit intervening and helping to co-create and manifest this into your reality. And 2024 is about, they're even talking about the end of 2023 into 2024 being the outcome, and seeing the manifestations and seeing the abundance arrive. But remember, hang back and relax more. Write down that list. Focus on the abundance book. Create abundant mindset. So what does that mean? It means you're going to have to be aware of when you're having chronic low vibrational lack thinking thoughts, right? And turning a cheek to it, and then giving it to the angels, if you will, and then focusing in on what you want to create. This or something better. Okay. They're saying there's the 3D societal norm, and then there is where the angels would like us to be, which is a higher vibrational way of viewing the world, thinking about things, and manifesting and co-creating into your reality. And when you're here, you're operating in a whole entire new way. And this is where they want you to be. And this is a good start with what they have just suggested to you, they're saying. All right. Hermeline, what is your purpose on Earth? I'm getting, there are moments where you're still adjusting just to be on Earth. Just adjusting being here. Your energy feels like you've been elsewhere other than Earth, and Earth is still at times not easy to be on this rock. So this purpose is about just being here and getting comfortable and getting the gist, or getting things figured out about how you feel comfortable in the world, being here on Earth. Okay. And it's like this, I'm getting a bit of resistance. So I don't know if it's like easily upset or angry about things going on in the world, or I don't want to be here. They want you to relax and go with the flow more. If you want to be guided as to a path that will bring you great fulfillment and joy, they can step forward and help you do that. Also a path that brings about more clarity. Anytime you feel resistance in your vessel, or you get easily triggered or upset about the goings on here, please hand that off to your team of angels for them to transmute into the light. It's not worth it. This is all but temporary anyways. Remember this, dear one. It's not worth getting worked up or upset about these things. And they want to remind you of who you truly are. You are a being of light and love, temporarily housed in this vessel on this planet in order to learn and grow. And you chose to come here. You chose to be here. But it's a feeling like I'm still a newcomer here. Like, so maybe you haven't had as many lifetimes here, but who cares? I don't care. Like, the thing is that you make it what you want it to be, rather than reacting to what is. Okay, anybody can look around in society and see everybody reacting to what is. That's the easy path. What is the path that you want? So as far as an overall purpose, fitting in the world, feeling comfortable here. And they're also talking about bringing in significant amount of abundance in a way or in forms in which you enjoy. So it's not just about bringing in money, but what path will bring in money or abundance that you enjoy doing. So an activity or a job or a path that you enjoy doing that brings in the money or abundance. That is where they're guiding you. That's where they're going to lead you. Okay? Okay. 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 So Rosanna would like to know how she is going to earn money and make a living in 2023. And the money is coming in. Okay, this is but temporary. So what's happening here in regards to the amount of income that you have coming in being less is temporary. And I'm seeing 3 months, and I'm seeing the word March. And by March, so I'm looking at March, and they don't want you sitting on your laurels at this time. They want you getting up and getting out and getting active. Okay. Look back to the guidance that has come through this broadcast in regards to job shadowing, looking at things that interest you, that you enjoy, people that you want to be around, and they will assist you. Okay? All right. All right, Karen. Will your granddaughter inherit the connective tissue disorder from your daughter? I'm not sure this is a 2023 question, but we're going to dive into it anyways. All right, let's see here. I get no. So feel it, Karen. Feel it in your body. Does your chest feel open and light, or does it feel tight and pulled back? It's not only that you'll hear it in your head too, you'll have a thought form, like you will want to think a thought, and it will come in threes, and it's going to go like this: no, 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 or yes, yes, yes. But we're going to feel it in our body at the same time. So when we're hearing the no, we got tight and pull back, and Dee is also a teacher with me in my courses, and she's also getting no. So that's a nice confirmation. But I get that tight pull back, and I'm hearing the no's. So that is what we're looking for when we're asking this question. Okay? I'm not getting yes, I'm getting no. And I get a severing or a separation hand gesture with it too. So there's a auditory, visual, and feeling response all leading me in the same direction. Okay, here we go, Terry. Getting ready to rumble 2023. You're thinking about moving again, but into a different apartment or home. Would 2023 be a good time to do this? There are other things that they feel are more important than you moving at this time. I think we both knew this was coming. Sorry, Terry. Focusing on other things other than moving is more important at this time. Moving is not what is a top priority at this time. And why is that? Because you're settled down enough where you are currently located. It's good enough for now, and they don't foresee you staying in that current location, in that city, in that state long term. So there's no point in moving nearby or moving into a different dwelling at this time. That's not what they deem as being important at this time. And there are other things that they want you to focus in or think about other than moving. Okay. All right, here we go. Garcia. All right, is your family going to be reunited in 2023? So let's see and feel in the body. Okay. Not the type of reunification that you are hoping for. Okay. So I'm getting a tight pullback sensation. Okay. So we're getting a no on that. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Do you want to say anything else? Spirit, your team, their team, all of them are working on this on the other side. Please give them more time. Okay. And they also want you to observe any thoughts that enter your mind, insights, information to steer you in a certain direction. For now, it's best to let go and try not to have resistance with this. Try to be more carefree and see it in your mind happening, and just knowing that all of your spiritual teams need more time to work on this. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Love it, Faith. Friggin' love it. You're channeling. You're channeling for your kids. And you're channeling their guides and angels. Okay, any other action? You know the action. Faith, we can go around on the merry-go-round. The only one or the only thing creating hesitancy or slowing you down or stopping you from moving forward is you. And they're saying that with a smile. Okay? It really was, Paul, wasn't it? Like, unbelievable. I know. D, whatever this is, it feels amazing. It feels amazing. It's, I feel like you're already manifesting this. What are we thinking about? New adventures, maybe new people, new opportunities. It's coming. So I would say by summer, you're manifesting real fast. But again, it's also divine timing. People don't understand, like, divine timing. There's my free will and the decisions that I make, other people's free will and decisions that they make, and spirit guiding people together at the best moments or both best times when people are ready, and all sorts of things. So divine timing is huge. Energetically, vibrationally, you being ready for that type of employment or being around those type of people. Oh, Tanya, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Your mom just passed away. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Oh, she was scared. She was scared at the end. Okay, let's hone in on this. Okay, so the first one in right here in my face is your mom's male guardian angel. She's all right. She's fine. She's over here with us. Okay, and he's making me, I get this warm smile on my face, okay? He says that it can be scary for many when they know their time is near. And they have their faculties about them, knowing that their time is near, especially. He wants you to know that her crossing over was smooth. It went smoothly. And she's being taken care of at this time. And I don't feel her. He's, when I reach out to see where she is, he's pulling me back into my body, like almost like I'm not allowed. And it's not important right now to see where she's at. What's important is for you to know that she's being taken care of here on the other side. Okay. When she's ready and when it's best and when it's time, she's going to come and converse with you directly. So how long in earth seeming time? Well, I always, whenever I talk about time, it cracks me up. Who invented clocks? We did. Who invented the calendar? Humans did. Go ask someone in the Amazon how old they are. All right. How long until she comes for a visit? I'm getting like a year. 1 year. Okay. She needs to rest over there. I get that she's being taken care of. So, but everything's good. It's smooth. The transition was smooth. Okay. And if you have any questions in regards to your mom, you can talk to him anytime you want, and he'll relay the answers to the best of his ability. Okay. Don't worry about the last days of her being scared, because that has all, that is no longer. He's saying it with a big smile on his face, that there's no fear or being scared anymore. Okay? Thank you. He's really big, and he's floating off the floor, and his eyes have a lot of depth, and then he just turned and he just went pretty fast. Like he has somewhere to go, somewhere to be, which I'm assuming is with your mom. And he left pretty quick. Okay? All right. Okay. You have a surgery coming in February. Okay. And you'd like to know if you'll be okay. Renata, your team, I can hear your female guardian angel saying, stop worrying. You're going to be okay. You'll be just fine. Sometimes we get up in the head and it's a cycle. It's whether we're taught to be like this when we grow up in the location where we grow up with the family that we grow up, we get into a cycle of behavior of worrying all the time, and that's not healthy or good for you. See the outcome of the surgery being successful and you getting back up onto your feet quickly. She's pointing at me and saying, look at Kristin. She made it through and she's back up on her feet. And let me tell you, I went through it. Other people come through this surgery and they're like, no, I didn't feel much pain and I got on the plane after 8 days. Not this kid. Now, other people's situations are different. Maybe they had less teeth pulled, or maybe they didn't have periodontal disease, or I don't know. Maybe they had a certain amount of implants. I could not have flown home. There's no way. I mean, I was like, seriously, MIA on my back. Okay. Okay. All right. This is a lot about jobs and money in 2023, isn't it? Will I find a job in 2023 that suits me and makes me happy? I get a yes on that, Mia. Big time, yes. I get a lot of joy and laughter, and I feel like I have like butterflies in my chest, and that's because I'm sensing your team's laughter and joy, and it feels like this in my body. So I'm not just seeing it up here and feeling it and hearing it, but I'm getting it in my body too. Stay present, stay focused on what is important. Inner happiness, staying in your inner sanctum of contentment and joy and happiness. For when you stay in this presence, in this vibrational frequency, okay, so shall you create that outside of yourself. That is what is most important. So any moment that you catch yourself worrying, but I don't get a whole lot of worry with you about, I mean, to me, it feels more peaceful and tranquil. Like you're hanging back. Maybe you're watching movies, reading books, knitting. I don't know what this is, but I see more contentment here. There's people in the world that have way more upheaval within them than you, Mia, which is brilliant. So keep in alignment and you'll be guided when it's time. I get a lot of joy and happiness and excitement. So I assume we're happy. They're just happy being able to get through to you. And they're also happy about what is to come. But I see you over here being like, I don't know, I'm not sure what my path is. I'm not sure where I'm going. But rest assured, they know. They know. And they want you to allow them to guide you when it's time. So even though you may not know, they know. They can see what's coming and they're going to steer you in that direction when it's time. Oh my God, they're like having a little party or something over here. Like they're so freaking excited. It's not even funny. Do we have a timeline on that? No, they want you to practice getting out of your head about it, staying centered and present. Whoa. I see you with other people. Whatever you're doing, you're with other people, and I see like there's a purpose to it. You're not just working a job making money. There's a purpose to whatever they're going to steer you towards. There's a purpose and a passion to it and a reason for it and a drive for it. Okay? That's when you're like, this isn't even work. This is a passion, and I'm excited every day to get up and do it. Okay, there we have it. Okay, so we're not doing the 3D stuff anymore. That's how we're taught. That's how society does it. Now we're going to up it a notch and do it with the angels in this way with a manifestation list. We're going to stay nice and grounded, and we're going to let that money and that abundance flow in ways you can't even yet imagine. Passive income. Income that comes in when you're sleeping, when you're eating, when you're brushing your teeth. Abundance can come in so many different ways it would blow your socks off. All right. Will you ever have a home again? Are we talking about a home, Sally, that you own? Or is this a home that you're renting? Or are we talking about a home in your home country? You're welcome, Mia. Mia, I hope I'm saying your name right. Your energy's good. There's more contentment here. Okay, own, got it. Okay, so here we go, Sally. Is it important to own? Is that what is most important at this time? Like you might say, I must own a home. But Spirit's questioning, is this really a top priority? Is this really important? To place our attention and our energy and our money in this direction. Okay. So what would you like to say? I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, anything else on this? They want you to get out of your head about it and stop overanalyzing and thinking about it and let the chips fall where they may. So what does, okay. Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit more? I'm even honing in on Jesus behind me, but he's not saying anything. Okay, here we go. Your female guardian angel stepping up to bat. Ready? Sometimes we think that certain things like owning a home is important. And what we would like to say at this time is that this is not of importance. There are other things to consider and manifest at this time. Okay. How do you want me to say that? Okay. Okay, so it's not just about owning a home. It's about breaking free and having more of an open mindset about what things can manifest in your reality. So some of us can get really stuck and rigid as to what we think is important in life. And it's kind of, they're saying this, I'm not. It's kind of an old school mentality that we must own a home and we must do things a certain way because this is what everyone else before us has taught us is important. And what they would like to say to you is, right now, at this stage in life, right now, they don't see this being something of importance to focus upon. Okay. All right. Okay. And they want you to open the mind and be open to other ways of doing things. And to get out of your head and stop thinking about owning a home. Now that doesn't mean that it won't happen. It's just not important right now. Okay. So I'm saying that last part. Am I getting in trouble for that? No. But right now it's not important. Okay, so I don't know if they're seeing what's coming in the future, and what's more important is the money in the bank rather than the money in a home, or possibly, you know, owning a home. You know, there's a lot of expenses that go with owning a home, massive amount of expenses. Maybe they feel that the money is best suited in your bank account at this time. But right now, owning a home is not important. Anything else? They're leaving it in your hands, as they know that you will, I almost feel like there's a bit of stubbornness here. Like you're going to do it your way anyways, and you're going to find a way to do it. But the guidance here is to like get unstuck, see things from a broader perspective, and that owning a home right now is not important. Okay, got it. But again, it's your free will. Are you a little stubborn, Sally? Huh? I can be a little stubborn sometimes too. All right. Okay. There she is. Trina's here. Is it safe to visit Mount Shasta in July? Why wouldn't it be safe? It's a good time. Go. But if you want to go later or earlier, go. I don't get anything about it not being safe. Is it not safe to go to Mount Shasta? They go like this. Okay, so the answer has been given. Rebecca, I love the job I have now, but the environment has been very stressful and toxic the last couple of years. Will it become better in 2000? Well, have you asked Archangel Michael to move into your workplace? Boy, oh boy, will he revamp it. If you haven't asked him to move into your home, to uplift it, okay, the energy, and to clear everyone in the home if you need clearing, and anyone who comes to visit you, and to shield your home from anything or anyone or any frequency that might lower the frequency in the home. You bring Archangel Michael into your home by asking him, and then you're going to bring him right into your workplace too. Anything about her work? Oh, you are just such a bright light. You're the light. God. Sometimes some of us are brought into environments to be the light, to uplift the energy in these environments, and you're it. And often they'll call these types of people earth angels, because these people are giving a warm smile to others and helpful with others and a bright light. I see you keeping to yourself more, which is a good thing. I don't know, I see you at your desk or something, and you're keeping to yourself, but that's good. They're saying that that's a good thing. But just your light, just your energy being there is helpful and uplifting. They're talking about riding it out. And I'm also, what is this? Changes in, you know, when you have poor management and then everything trickles down from that management down, and it affects everything and everyone. And what they're saying is that there will be changes made with the individuals working there, and that will make things easier and better. And I've had jobs like that. Oh man, I had the worst manager at a bakery once, and then he up and took another job elsewhere. And you know what he said to me near the end? I was so innocent, and like I was like 18 years old, and he goes, I bet you're happy that I'm leaving, huh? Like he even knew he wasn't happy, and he was being a bit of a at the job. And it didn't even dawn on me. I was just like, whatever. Like back then I was so light filled that this guy, he would impact and affect me for brief periods, but I didn't focus on him. I wasn't interested, and I didn't care. I was like, you're leaving. Oh well. So Terry, you did hear hang tight after you asked. Perfect. Hang tight and wait. This is a waiting game until it's time to go elsewhere. You're super welcome. Yeah, we can go on that merry-go-round again, Faith, but it'll be the same messages that you've heard before. You're welcome, Deborah. I just love seeing you guys because many of you have been in my courses and you're channeling similar messages that I'm getting and putting it into the comments. That's awesome. Okay. I'll have people come to me for readings and they're so set in their ways as to how they want things to be. And I'll tell you, it can be one heck of a bumpy reading because Spirit doesn't care about you being set or having your mind and you want only what you want. Spirit isn't going to just follow our selves here. They're listening to our soul, our higher self, right? So if your higher self and your soul is conversing with your guardian angels, for example, who do you think the guardian angels are going to be listening to? Not me, not you. It's going to be what your higher self, your soul feels is best or wants, or what your higher self feels is needed. What adventures and fun is awaiting Richard in 2023? I see you being at home, Richard. I see you on the video games. I see you sitting in a chair. Is that what's happening right now? And I see a bit of stagnancy, although it's good because I see you being taken care of financially and otherwise. And that's what's most important right now, is that you are being taken care of and that others are supporting and helping take care of you. Other than getting out of the house and going around in your local area for adventures, that's more of what I'm seeing through 2023. I think you're living at home and there's going to be more of that through 2023. Anything else? They're saying this with a smile, a warm smile on their face, and they're saying that it would be good for you to get out and to start making the adventures happen. Also, they're talking about you going out on dates and testing the waters to see what interests you, what you want. All right. That sounds really good. Sweet, Tanya. Let's get ready to rumble. I mean, it just depends. If we feel like a $40 discount at 20% off is something that interests you, then that's happening until the end of December 31st. And then you can decide what you want to do from there. All right. Yes. Bring in Big Mike. And if you need to, if the change isn't happening fast enough, because some of us want it faster at our workplaces, then I'd bring in Jesus too and ask them to work in tandem together to make big changes happening. But I get a restructuring happening in your workplace where I think certain people will be leaving and bye. Been there. I'm telling you, this manager at this bakery where I worked at when I was 18, I was so naive and innocent. If I talked just a little bit too much, he'd throw a loaf of bread at me, okay? And I was like, what the? And I'm like, you just wasted a loaf of bread on the floor? Okay, so Richard, you're saying, yes, that's correct. Being at home, being taken care of, and relaxing is a good thing, and I feel like that's what's meant to happen, but you getting out of the house, creating your own adventures, and they're also talking about you, they're talking about speed dating. So I don't know if there's any speed dating in your local area, but they're recommending that for fun. All right. Okay, well, you guys, that was rocking and rolling. I friggin' love that. Any last message here from Jesus? Ride the waves. Don't get sucked under or pulled down for too long. If things aren't working out or working in your favor, remember to sit within stillness and connect with our frequency. And also a reminder that you can ask, sorry, Richard, that was just too funny, wasn't it? A reminder that you can ask for what you want help with specifically. And some of these changes or some of the help will come in quickly, and other forms of help may take some time. He's got a big smile on his face, and he's talking about, like, my teeth, for example. That took 7 years, okay? So some things, let's hope it, whatever you're asking for doesn't take 7 years, but some help might take a little bit longer. But he's reminding you that it's not only about the help coming for you, it's also about you helping others. So if you are drawn or you're thinking about helping another person, please do so, for many will be needing our help in the days to come. Thank you, dear ones. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend, everyone. Have a happy, happy new year. Woo!